An economy that is heavily dependent on consumer spending is not the ideal situation for the country, the Marcos administration believes. That's why it is working hard to make our financial system more resilient and make it easier for investors to do business here to pump more cash flow that is ultimately the lifeblood of a thriving economy. Naomi Tiburcio has more.
Filipinos have been taught that every purchase they make on goods and services contributes to the economy. The National Economic and Development Authority confirms that among all factors, demand-driven consumer spending is the main driver of the nation's economic growth. The National Economic and Development Authority confirms that among all factors, demand-driven consumer spending is the main driver of the nation's economic growth. But the economic team of the Marcos administration is hoping to diversify the drivers of the country's growth and make the economy more resilient. This involves encouraging investors to locate and expand their businesses in the Philippines.
We are trying to get new drivers into the economy like tourism, mining, including agribusiness.
But this cannot be done without the implementation of reforms that promote ease of doing business, increase the country's revenues, and reduce debt.
We will abolish agencies that are no longer relevant in the area of digitalization in our modern world. We will also reform our current pension system.
According to the Department of Budget and Management, once the military and uniformed personnel pension reform is approved, government savings could reach 250 billion pesos, which can be used in funding priority programs. Procurement reform is also promoted. According to the World Bank, when efficient procurement is implemented, the national government savings could hit up to 30%, which can also be used for other important programs. According to the DOF, with improved infrastructure spending, the economy could grow 6.5% to 8%.
I think we're confident we can do it. Why? Because this president is the first president who is elected by an overwhelming number of Filipino voters. He's willing to use his political capital to do all the reforms that you heard from us.
The economic managers were in Toronto, Canada yesterday for the 8th Philippine Economic Briefing. They seek to encourage Canadian investors in investing in business opportunities in the Philippines. Canada is the 28th biggest trading partner of the Philippines in 2022 with $1.5 billion total trade and almost 1 million overseas Filipinos sending $1.2 billion in remittances in 2022. Naomi Tiburcio for The Nation.